The last day starts with anticipation. Participant-led workshops continue. Topics include gender and water, reef restoration, towards a synergetic GEF program for the Western Indian Ocean LMEs, water governance, and adaptation planning for the Coral Triangle. The IW Learn team stands ready to support all aspects of the International Waters portfolio with their newly developed toolkits.
Interactive maps to allow people to drill down to projects. We've added more features such as a improved and dynamic project repository. So all project information is here, can be filtered. And we've also added other features to allow people to customize the IW Learn platform to make it their IW Learn platforms. And all this comes from feedback we get from our projects. You know, we do surveys, they come back and tell us, oh, the navigation is difficult. We ask them why, and we try to improve that. Where we're trying to bring the whole portfolio online and have people now interact and share and exchange knowledge through that platform. So that's done very well this week and has been received very well. It's also what's driving the website competition, which we're hosting, in fact, right now.
We've got some feel for perhaps there being a need to look more concertedly and create learning platforms for the technology areas in the GEF projects as we get into results-based monitoring and impact assessment.
So we'll look forward to seeing how we might, in a programmatic approach, deal both with climate variability and change on the one hand, but also outright climate change adaptation, either through our own financing, co-financing, or perhaps through new climate change adaptation resources that might be made available through GEF.
I think with the tools like the annual portfolio review, the IW tracking tool, they're great tools, I think, and obviously they're beginning, but they're good for our internal reporting, but I think we need to find ways to translate those tools and the information they provide into ways to broaden knowledge and understanding, not just to the GEF donors, but to the broader public.
I noticed that the most visible contribution in terms of results-based management was that we really had large regions of river basins and LMEs talking to each other about how to manage entire regions.
We all have an obligation to support those projects, because those projects can only be as rich and useful as we make them.
Aquifers are the ultimate source and the ultimate sink for fresh water. Under climate change, it will get it in the neck from more demand for precision agriculture, changed patterns of land use and recharge, and yet more persistent and more mobile pollutants.
Together with UNESCO, and to address one of the key priority areas that's been identified during the pre-conference workshop, which is linking ground surface water and groundwater and integrated management. We propose to work in some of the small island developing states to develop test activities where the industry is responsible for the groundwater pollution.
2 years ago, as part of the realignment process, the bank approved 2 very relevant initiatives that are available for IDB member countries for leveraging resources and for scaling up international water efforts.
We saw here at the conference a large potential for cooperation and partnership between partners in different parts of the world which are facing the same challenge.
We all share the same commitment to managing the world's water resources, and I am confident that this conference has provided you with the building blocks for success in your international waters projects.
I was really pleased with many of the presentations. There was some good discussion in places. I attended 2 really good participant-led workshops around those round tables today with excellent discussions. I'm excited about what I experienced here this week. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And I look forward to seeing you in the Mediterranean
And then it is time for the cup to be passed from host to host. IWC 4 in Cape Town to IWC 5 in Australia, and IWC 6 coming up in 2 years in the Mediterranean.
It's been every single minute worth it. We're getting a very, very important outcome here for the GEF, the program in GEF 5, and having the pre-conference scientific stuff feeding in right into the small table dialogues and getting some good discussion going, and that is going to be really valuable and very central for us to be able to do anything. And I also see some good tones from this conference that we can actually link directly into the next one.
One of the most important things to come from this conference, as I said earlier, is the networking, the relationships, the friendships that are formed as a result of everybody being together, everybody working towards a common goal, a common objective, a long-term vision. And hopefully what will come out of that is that people will continue to work for that goal in a process of continuous improvement. This is not a revolution, this is an evolution, and it takes time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, but we're well on our way, and eventually we'll cross that line at the finish line and achieve our objectives.